Sometimes grand jury stuff can kind of be a little confusing, so we wanted to get a better perspective of what happened today.
Right, to better understand the grand jury process and, of course, what happens next in this case and the impact that it could possibly have on the Bush administration. And joining us is Attorney Richard Rissick. Thank you so much for being with us, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. You have a background in law, specifically constitutional and criminal law. You've taught law and also in a law practice. Let's talk about the grand jury process to actually get to this indictment today. How did all of this work?
Well, basically what happens with the grand jury is it's just like any other jury with a slightly different twist. Instead of making a determination of guilt or innocence, what a grand jury is impaneled to do is to find whether or not there is probable cause to believe that a crime is committed. It consists of 23 to 16 people, and at least 14 of them must vote that there is probable cause. There's grounds to believe a crime has been committed. Only the prosecutor puts on evidence. They have the subpoena power. They subpoena witnesses, they subpoena documents, persons come before them and provide testimony. And that's where Mr. Libby got himself in trouble, is when he appeared before that grand jury, just like you do in the courtroom, you raise your hand and you swear under oath that you're going to tell the truth. And what this prosecutor determined is that when he came there to the grand jury and offered his testimony, he lied on repeated occasions, resulting in charges both of perjury, obstruction of justice, and also for making false statements.
There's been a lot of finger pointing and who knew what when and all those kinds of things in this story. From a political standpoint in your mind, does Mr. Bush now come out of this a lot easier and less harmed because it's Cheney's aid, not his?
Well, it's the first time I think in what someone had told me, it was 139 years someone this high up in an administration has faced an indictment while sitting in office. I think it was President Harrison. What I think is going to happen politically is that there's going to be distance. There was only one person indicted today, and that was Scooter Libby. Scooter Libby today was indicted for his statements before the grand jury, not for anything he did specifically while he was in the White House working. That being said, the taint is nonetheless on him and is on that White House, and I think what you are going to see is he has already resigned, and you're going to see great distance put between himself and the Bush administration that, well, he was alone, he acted alone, they had no involvement.
And as the reporter indicated, few people know who Scooter Libby is.
And I think that's a valid point, but that notwithstanding, the real issue is there was harm to the country done by this. And that is, you know, covert CIA agents must know that their identities are protected. Nothing is more critical to our national security than for those people who risk life and limb to know that their identities will be safe.
Mr. Rissick, we appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Good weekend.